Yeah, I think that the Raptors should implode. Honestly, I don't know why they haven't yet. The trade deadline has passed, so they missed their chance currently. But maybe coming on to the off season, once the trade deadline reopens, the trades open, they should maybe consider moving some pieces around. For example, I think they should move OG. Even though he's a great defensive player, I don't think he's gonna be doing anything there currently, and his value had exploded in the draft deadline, in the trade deadline. I don't know why they haven't taken advantage of that and moved him for a couple of good picks, a couple of young guys. I bet that every single team that has a good young guy could use a guy like OG, because the Raptors are not doing anything with him right now. Yeah, they're winning here and there, but they're not gonna do anything with him currently. I don't know why they're keeping him. Are they gonna make a run for it? No. They just change that guy for a couple of good guys. Maybe some role players to fit with Pascal. Like, what I'm saying is the Raptors are in a three losing streak, and last night really showed their weaknesses. First of all, they're ninth in the East, which is a horrible position for them. They're not really combating for the playoffs. They're not really going for a draft picks, anything like that. And after last night's loss, real stuff showed up below the waters. First of all, the Lakers bench scored 65. That's very good. That's a deep team right there. However, the Raptors bench, do you want to know how much they scored? Do you think they scored 40, 30? They scored 12 points, man. How could the fucking team's bench score 12 points and expect to be deep? No way. You need a deep team to make a playoff run. And the guys as starters, they're just. I'll get to them later. They just keep going. Like, they have no plan, honestly, since Kawhi left. They've been just floating around. However, last season they looked hopeful. I'm gonna touch to that in a later part of the video. But yeah, since Kawhi, they've just been floating around looking for a leader, and I think that the leader is Pascal. I don't want to say anything bad. I don't want to say that they're wasting their career or whatever. But Pascal is currently in his prime. Definitely. So they should do something pronto about that. Pascal is balling the fuck out. He's very good. Honestly, as a fantasy basketball enjoyer, he's one of the best players to draft. He's an overall great player. Also good defensively. I'm gonna get to that in a second too. I'm gonna get to a lot of things in a second. But they're kind of wasting him, man. It isn't good for Pascal, who's having a great season, to be just dangling around in the ninth seed like this. He's a top 20 player, I think. Okay, top 25 player, I think. He's very important. He's an important guy. And also Van Vliet, he's had a bit of a downfall lately. Last year he was okay. The year previous to last year was great. And the years before, where he was basically a playoff point guard, he was a very good player. He had a bit of a downfall. He's been having a lot of turnovers this year. Honestly, he's been kind of shit lately. And, their opponents are taking advantage of this. They're able to defend Van Vliet easier. They're able to, put them down some points easier. Van Vliet used to average way more than 25. Now he's just chilling, man. He's having a good playmaking season, though. He's almost averaging 7 assists per game. That's quite impressive. However, the Raptors' assist rating is like 23rd. So they're not a very good playmaking team. But this guy's kind of holding them off, okay? And also, even if you're not going to move OG, okay? Move someone else. Move some players. Get rid of some picks. Do something to make OG's abilities help your team. Their unwillingness to do something this season has really fucked them up, honestly. And I don't think Jakob Poeltl's gonna save them. They have literally no bench, and they trade for Jakob Poeltl. Why? I think that this should have been a giving season instead of a receiving season from them. They're receiving new players, cool, but why? They should be sending their players for future picks, for future rewards. Not this season, man. Jakob Poeltl, he's an old guy, man. Why the fuck would you trade for him? That's so weird. And I bet that the Spurs are smiling right now, because they are gonna get some good picks out of him. They're a great young rebuilding team. Fucking hell, Pop knows what he's doing, okay? He always does this. Every couple of years in the Spurs, he just implodes the team. I mean, he's done this like one time, okay? I'm not gonna say every couple of years. He implodes the team, gets a good pick, gets some nice picks, get some nice second round picks, get some extra picks, try out these guys. I'm talking about Spurs right now for some reason, but yeah, I think that if the Spurs get Victor Wembanyama, they're gonna be a dynasty in like 6 years. It's gonna happen. I don't know. So they got Jakob. Nice. He's an okay player. I like him. I actually like him. But they have literally no bench to support them. Let's talk about Scotty, who's arguably the most popular player on their team right now because he's the cool sophomore. He's a good guy. He's been good. Actually, I'm very proud of him. He's taken a step, definitely in the forward direction. Even though he's had some shooting slumps here and there, and everyone's judging him in the in October, November. I don't know why I defended his ass whole fucking year. I think he's a great player. Okay, he's a great player. He's gonna improve even more. So I think keep him. He's really good. Gary Trent Jr. has been okay. He's definitely gonna be in the decline. Like he's not gonna get any better. I don't think so. And like last year, I'm gonna talk about last year now, because last year the Raptors actually looked good. I liked the Raptors last year. I was proud of them. They got Scotty, their faces smiling, they got a nice Rookie of the Year for them. And last year they were actually optimistic, Sure, they lost to the 76ers 4-2. But that's quite impressive. And Scotty was out, and Embiid had injured him. So yeah, I mean, come on. That 76ers team was better, and they got 2 wins against them. As the Raptors, they weren't thought to be that good. And they somehow just fucked the odds up. They got 2 wins against that 76ers team. That was a very good team. And honestly, nowadays they look unorganized. They don't look professional. They just looked sluggish lately. Their rotations are okay. But even if they have nice defensive pieces like OG and Siakam, these guys are known as good defensive pieces. Their defense just isn't there at all, These defensive guys, if they don't work together well, the overall team's defense just slumps. Even if they have good defensive pieces, they're like 15th in defensive rating? Come on, man, that's not impressive. That's not impressive for a playoff team. Yeah, honestly, I don't think they should move Barnes or Siakam. I think that you will need them indefinitely in the playoffs. If you ever make a run, you need Barnes or Siakam. Do you need OG? No. But I bet that someone else needs OG, and then you get someone for OJ. I keep saying OJ. It's gonna kill my wife or something. Whatever, you just don't move Barnes or Siakam. You will need them, trust me. However, you need to surround them with players that actually enlighten their game plan. You need players that could enhance them, that could make them better shooters, make their field goals increase, get better playmakers, get better defensive pieces. I bet that you could trade OJ for a couple of picks and a defensive role player that could fill a spot, not fully in offensive-wise, but defensive-wise. Give Pascal more space to score, give Scotty Barnes more places to score. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think that OJ should have been traded, and that's all. Maybe a backup for Fred VanVleet would be nice, although quite hard as, trading one guy won't get you a full team. So yeah, I don't think they're that impressive currently right now. But honestly, bravo for them for last year. But somehow, let's see what they will do next year. Let's see what Scotty Barnes will do. Maybe he'll improve greatly. Maybe he'll save the team. Let's see if these guys can even make the playoffs properly. Let's see. Okay. Bye. Good luck, Nick Nurse, with this team, okay? This is a hard team to manage, I'm gonna be honest.